Hello, welcome to Try Animes. Another week of anime Ami figures releases. This will be from the 12th of June up to the 17th of June. A few figures. We'll quickly try and whiz through them. A couple of cultured ones as well. So we got an Azur Lane Taiyo Wedding Temptation Sea Breeze version, DX edition 1/6. So this one comes with more of a plush base, but this figure I think is going to be a lot of people are going to be wanting her. This is by AniGame for 26,400 yen, February 2024. This is definitely a very attractive looking figure. Definitely one I probably would want to get as well. All the assets are correct and are there on display. And it looks like you can detach the dress basically. So it comes with main figure, alternative lower body parts, underwear. So if you want her in just in underwear without the dress, a Mofu base, which is felt belted base, I think, and a Kingen art illustration, so an A5 art piece as well. 26,000. That's actually a pretty good value considering you get a lower part body alternative. This is a very nice looking figure. Paint job looks great. As long as the see-through opaqueness of the dress comes through, I think that'll be the main thing that would make it sell it to me. But yeah, it looks really good. Everything looks attractive. It's a lovely looking figure. Obviously, it's very white, so it depends on your aesthetic. Definitely opposing with her black hair, but her hair looks really nice as well. So definitely a good looking figure. Senken Shoujo are Quincy the Promise Mayflowers. Another sort of wedding themed dress. Looks quite good. With the blue hair, definitely gives off those Miku vibes as well. I think this is more of an original unknown model yet, so I think this is more of like an original series Senken Shoujo. I don't know that one. Character Quincy. This is unknown model, so I don't know if that means the manufacturer's called unknown model, or if is just unknown because it's a Chinese brand, most likely some sort of Chinese manufacturer. But it looks quite good overall. Wedding figures are sort of hit and miss these days normally. You get a little cat plushie, well, kind of cat-esque plushie toy that goes with the figure. Obviously, they don't show what sort of base she has normally, so you can only go by what's available here. This is definitely heavily photoshopped. 18,150 yen. Maybe a bit much. Probably go on set. It'll probably get. I don't think a bargain bin, but I think it might be go down a little bit in value after release, since it's not of like a huge, renowned series or anything either. So just have to see how it turns out. Virtual Eye Assistive vocal version. So there's two versions of this figure. You've got the one which is just a straight up figure, and then you've got one where basically there's it comes with a special bass which has voice recordings on there, and which requires AA batteries for it, and the video clips are in Chinese. So depending on whether this is something you would enjoy, or if there's a figure you quite like. Not too much of a person that gets these figures that have these sorts of voice recording gimmicks because, well, they sit on the shelf and I'm never going to turn them on, really. The figure overall looks quite nice, actually, as the way they do the black and like the brown, it's shading into brown, is very well done. And then the white under sort of end pieces does match with her like, silver hair. Face looks quite good. Pose is pretty good. What's the vote? 7,110 yen by Animinster. So I'm guessing she's going to be pretty small. Price is really cheap, but as I said, because of the price, I reckon she's going to be what 1/8, maybe 1/10 scale, something like that. It says 1/7. Virtual Idol Sister 1/7. If they got 1/7 for that price, then Animinster, if they can keep the quality up, and I guess it'll be down to licensing fees really, whether they can get other figures like other characters that are more well known. This does not. Seems to be more of an original figure, and I'm guessing. Oh, hopefully they're paying the artist that it's based off of. I don't know that so much, but if not, and they're not paying royalties, that might be another reason why it's so cheap. So Shiori's sister. This is a cultured figure. One of those nun-esque figures, which is cast off. Definitely one I would be up for getting potentially. It's released in April 2024. I have to check my pre-orders to see what I've got coming out. And this is the deluxe edition. There's several other versions which are a bit cheaper. So both Vibrostar, pretty good. I think I've got. Oh no, I've got a Vertex figure coming this month. So I've got to pay for that when that comes out, which is actually a bit cheaper than her. Yeah, my. Oh, that's because this is the more deluxe version, which comes with main figure. Oh, it's a double main figure one. That's why, and two bases. So this is like a doubled up. So you get her in sort of matte and a matte finish dressed version, and a pearl paint unclothed version. 41,800 yen. There's other versions, which let's click on that. Of course, Ami has to have reloads. 39,000 yen, deluxe version. Two bases again. What are they all dual base? There you go, 24,000 yen for the main figure. So 24,000 yen for just her. This is the matte finish dress version and alternative torso matte finish. So depends on whether you want the full-on alternative torso, which I think just has just declothed a bit. Then it's definitely one worth possibly getting. Definitely nice looking. The paint job on the actual dress looks great. Purple and white is really good color combination with golds, and I think the figure looks really attractive overall. And I'm seeing a lot of more of these sort of nun style figures, which are definitely alluring to get into. So it might be worth getting these sorts of figures. Just carry on. Two more explicit or ones, cultured. Anata ga Nozomu Kori Asai 1/6. There's the traditional one, and there's a gal version, basically tanned. It is cast off the tartars, the melons. So apart from that, it's 26,000 yen by Q6. Probably have the same normal Q6 standard quality. It's cast off figure. It's not my style really. It's just too simple and plain. And I'm not aware of the series, so anything for you. So don't know. But there's two versions there. Prisma Wing Girls Frontline 416 Primrose flavoured foil candy version. So there's two versions of her. There's one cheaper version without the base for 24,650 yen, and then 32,570 yen for the one with the base. I think it depends on your style, I suppose. If you really like the figure and you're really into Girls Frontline and you play it a lot, then definitely probably get the extra, pay the extra for the base. It depends on how attached you are to the character, really. I think that overall the figure, I don't play Girls Frontline, but the figure looks good overall. It's kind of like gives you the sort of the wedding or noble party vibes. So it looks really good overall. The whites and the dark purple pleating looks really good. And I'm kind of a sucker for the dual tights, like one black, one white legs for stockings. So it's quite good. Really good. I like it overall. So that's both those versions. Fox Spirit Matchmaker Susu Tushin. Not even going to attempt that on the 7th. So this is interesting. I've not seen the anime yet, but it does. From what I've heard, it's quite good. Fox Spirit Matchmaker, and this is a very fun-looking figure, with it having sort of coming out of the manga pages. Whether this happens as a scene in the anime, I don't know. But this is a more fun looking. I do like this as aesthetic. This rather than a standard base and of the figure just standing up. I think this adds to it a lot with it being very dynamic and is very playful, which I think it matches the way the anime comes across as well for it. So, no, definitely good looking, and we'll just have to see how these sheets and that lot come out in terms of the transfers in the final product. But these promos look pretty good overall. 21,750 yen, not bad of a value actually for what you're getting with a very dynamic base. She does look a little bit on the small side, even though she's 1/7, so she's probably closer to an actual like 1/8 figure for herself. But the base obviously adds to that. Code Geass Launch of the Rebellion CC swimsuit version, complete figure by Union Creative. So this is a Union Creative, probably one of the most sought after waifus or OG waifus that people like of CC. Definitely one of those more provocative figures. It is not cast off, it's just her in a swimsuit for 19,200 yen. Union Creative know what they're doing with these sorts of figures in this pose. This paint job here, we'll have to see how good it is with it being sort of partially see-through. And on the chest area as well. It's good touch. It's better than just it being a plain colour. It shows that obviously they're sort of wet and damp and that their skin's showing through the fabric. But we'll just have to see how it is in the final. And the hair looks fine. The mould lines are a bit doesn't. I think there's just the mould lines are ruining it a bit for me overall. That like there's no detailing in the actual of the individual strands. It's just big clumps just laid around like clay sticks, Play-Doh sticks basically, but kind of looks like Play-Doh to me. Ooh, that might be a bit of a turn off. Don't know whether it would be worth getting it. Maybe hold out. That's coming out in Jan 2024. Kantoku Sailor Fukunu Manaka complete version of a Union Creative, another Union Creative figure for schoolgirl basically, and this one is cast off. Well, cast off in terms of just the school uniform goes away, and it's her in underwear. Pretty simple figure of a lolly-esque girl for 21,200 yen. It's fine, nothing great about it. Outfit looks fine, standard quality, I suppose. Probably might be a bit much, but cast off means they can charge a bit more normally. Freeing, always freeing. Gotta love freeing. B-Style to Love Through Darkness Ryuku Mikado bunny version, 1/4 scale, 38,500 yen. That has a very nice shade of red, and it definitely matches with her hair. The pose is one of those more common poses that we've seen, and obviously if you've got some of the other two Love Through figures, which there's quite a few, then if you had a shelf full of these, then it might be worth getting her actually as just a complete, obviously all the girls. 38,000 yen, a bit more on the cheaper side, but I do love the colours, and her face looks great and the hair looks great as well. I actually have no problems with this freeing figure. I think you know what you're paying for normally with freeing. Definitely might be worth getting if you've watched To Love Ru. I've not watched To Love Ru, it's one I need to watch. And if I do get into it, then I might have to start collecting all of these. I'm a sucker for quarter scales. Love Live, Nijigaki High School Idol Club, Kasumi Nakasu. Sorry. 1/7 scale by Plum, 19,000. So you're getting a 4,000, nearly 4,000 yen discount. Jesus. Okay. It's a very floral dress, very summery. Looks quite good overall. Love Live is a series. Love Live series. Not too familiar with the Love Live series. Looks quite good overall actually. I do like the yellow. The shading on the yellow looks good. Yellow with green looks quite good. It's very floral. So definitely, if you're going for the floral aesthetic, that's quite good. Nice looking figure. No complaints there. Amiram Limited Edition Mimizori Lilia Classic Blue Style 1/7, and then there is a normal Classic Blue style that's not a limited. What's the difference here? So you get a new illustration B2. So it's just a new illustration, so you get a little scroll or something. and the price difference is 5,000 yen. I'd probably get the standard one. Really. Yeah. So this one, let's just go through the pictures. See anything new. So that's fine. The figure looks quite good overall. Obviously, you can remove part of the skirt, which is can be quite attractive depending on your attire. I do like the whole overall. I do like the outfit overall. The outfit looks great. But yeah, I think you're better off just getting the standard one, which has all the same features. It just doesn't come with the wall skull and it's not going to cost you another 5,000 yen. So definitely, yeah, if you want to get her, obviously it's kind of it looks like a succubus in a school outfit. So yeah, definitely a good looking figure. Obviously it's not fully cast off, which is fine. Some people don't want to be able to see bare skin fully, which is fine. So this is a bit more safe to be display because you have people around. Darling in the Franxx 0217th Kotobukiya for 11,080 yen. This is, she's going to be really short considering it's 02 obviously on her, well, knees basically, with half a knee cut off on the other side on her pilot seat. But this is quite good overall. I love the red, the sort of satin red that they've got going on here, and the gold and white looks really good. So if you've wanted a 02 figure of her, and I think considering they haven't done like detailing in the hair either, they've done a little bit of shading on the obviously the bodysuit. 11,000 yen's like really good price in Kotobukiya, and it's Kotobukiya quality, so I think it's going to be good. Definitely worth possibly getting if you're big into Darling in the Franxx and you like 02. Kisuke series Reen Schwarzer 1/8, 16,630 yen by Kotobukiya. Jesus, they're so good at like getting the quality for price and the details down, aren't they? Kotobukiya, they know what they're doing. Not a series I'm aware of. It's a male character, which is quite rare, so it's good to see more male characters being represented at least. His outfit looks stunning. Base probably is a reference to the anime, I think. And love having the sword. The purple handle makes it a bit more unique. It's a bit more of a pizzazz compared to just having like a black handle. And the scabbard looks good. Looks like they've got good extra detailing. And his jacket looks great as well. All the paint job looks fine. Yeah, you could nitpick it a bit, you know, like, oh, maybe the lines could be a bit sharper. The gold lines, like on the zip, could probably be a bit more neat, but then when you're paying 16,630 yen, someone's painting that en masse, then yeah, as long as the final quality is good, it's a really good looking figure. My teen romantic comedy Snafu completion Yuigahama. By Kotobukiya, so it's one of those more rare from a more rare series, but looks good overall. The shine on the boots is really like extra compared to what you'd normally see. Obviously, with it being a matte for clothes and whatnot, but it just shows they're just really polished, I suppose. But yeah, no, it looks really good. And 11,000 yen, can't really moan. If Yui is one of your a character you enjoy from the series, then definitely worth getting. 1/8 obviously, so she's gonna be tiny. Kisuke series Altina Orion. This 1/8. This one actually blew me away. I think a bit. I think it's the face and the hair. Just push the figure over the top for me. I do the way they've done this sort of silvery opaque hair, silver purple hair is great. I think all other figures that are trying to do like a silver purple hair should definitely do it in this style, with having them all grey white fringe, and then the sort of this shade of purple really complements it, and doesn't take away from the figure at all, and because it obviously surrounds her face, it looks really good. I think that's the first thing I noticed. It was just the hair. I think added to the character a lot, and yeah, the outfit looks good. The clean lines overall. So nothing to moan about there really. 13,390 yen. Definitely one possibly worth getting. A 1/8 obviously another tiny figure. Pop-up parade Danganronpa 1.2 reload Chiaki. 4,560 yen. by Fat Company. This is, it's a noodle, no, hoodie. Nanami, I don't know what size she is. Probably 1/8 esque. Is that a pot? Some sort of pot. That's keycaps. So probably the size of a glass. Some probably a bit shorter than that. That's probably about 5 inches, 4 inches, something like that. The price you can't really moan at really, but if it's a Danganronpa figure, you'll know if you want to get her, you'll get her. Simple as that. And obviously the fact that you get the little bear with her is just a bonus, I think. Pop-up parade, is it wrong to try and pick up girls in the dungeon? Hestia, and there is also Yamato. So we're finally getting some of the other figures, not just Hestia's. So it's good, getting some good representation. So 4,080 yen each. The pop-up parades, but if they sell well, then they might do full scales of the other figures, of the other ones. So if you really want to get into, if you want to sort of do a full lineup of them, of this series, then might be worth getting the pop-up parades. It's not a lot of money, obviously, to put in down, and they look good overall. I think obviously Yamato looks really good with the blue. The shading they've done on the blue, on her blue outfit is good, much better than much higher quality than what you expect for a pop-up parade. But I'll have to see what the final job is when they get released. Genshin Impact, Yamasato, the Genshin sort of out is reduced in terms of what they're outputting. This by Apex, 23,700 yen. It's actually the quality looks good, and it's by Apex, so I think the quality will be there anyways. The base adds to the figure definitely, showing just obviously that she's more of a water. I think she's a water-based character anyways in Genshin Impact. So using water attacks and whatnot, and the water looks quite good here under this lighting. It looks really good. In standard, so they've got anything. So that's better. That still doesn't look half bad actually. So yeah, no, the base looks really good, and the paint job, the golds and blacks, purples look really good. Her hair looks amazing. So yeah, 23,700 yen. If there's a figure that you like, or you're just collecting all the Genshin Impacts, there she is. Idolmaster, Shiny Colors, Mano, Sakurugi, Kanazaki, Smiley version 1/7. This is one of those figures I think you just sort of will get if you want to, with it being more of a unique one of obviously a girl playing a flute in a very floral dress. Well, blues I suppose, not fully floral. I think the only thing that puts me off is these clear bits here. Oh, that's her wings. Oh, she's like a fairy. Oh, that's got the extra details. Did not notice that. I thought that was some sort of a stand or something, even though she's kneeling. The base, I think the grass on the base is a bit bad, unfortunately, but the overall figure looks really good. And with it being sort of muted and matte, helps overall, I think, with the figure, with what the tone of what they're going for. I think it implies that she's playing more of a sad song, so I would guess. And it's by Reverse Studio. So if it grabbed you, it grabbed you. I do like the aesthetic overall, which is it's not something I would probably want as like a one-off figure. I was from Idolmaster, so it's from a game series. So you might, if you played the game a lot, then here's another one. Arctech posable series Honkai Impact 3rd. So one of those sort of posable figures. These can be a bit weird in terms of what to do with them. They're kind of like obviously Nendoroids but bigger, and you can do a bit more stuff with them. You get some extra pieces. I think the tights sort of hide the knee joints a bit, but the joints will always. I think you know what you're getting when you're getting into this line of figures where they're posable. Is you just have to put up with the joints that are gonna suck, and how you're gonna have to have this support stand to keep them in position. But for 16,300 yen, it's a maid with a scythe that can be put in different positions. If you're doing a maid collection and you want something that you can have on your desk that you can put into different positions, whatnot, then possibly worth getting. And last There's a gift plus Darji, the Adventure of Time version 1/10. So by Prometheus, so it's a 1/10, so it'll be very small. But it looks like a very cute, adorable figure. It's so it's kind of what is animal furry, I guess, kind of figures that you might want to get. But I think the scale will ruin it because you can't get a lot of detailing in, unfortunately. So there's like no shading at all. So you're buying it basically if you just like the figure. The bag is probably the thing that will have the most detail, obviously, in there, and that will probably make or break whether they can. If they can nail that, then I guess that means you've got a good paint job done over the entire figure, unless if they've messed up somewhere. But that'll probably be a good thing to check is the quality of the bag when you do receive yours if you're ordering one. Base is just a box standard sort of base. Not bad, I suppose. 4,980 yens by Prometheus. I think it's when they're first first attempts at doing a small scale, I suppose, to do more of a getting to the lower end of figure pricing. There's an entry point for figure collectors that are starting out. That does it for this week. So hopefully I'll see you next week, and please comment and subscribe. Let me know how things are going. I shall catch you in the next one.